Let's now talk about some of the techniques and activities or tasks in a listening activity within an ESL or EFL classroom. These techniques or activities are usually based on certain principles. We know that in order to enhance learners' engagement within the classroom or within a listening activity, and in order to make it more productive for them, a researcher or a teacher should base his activities on certain tasks which may improve learners' participation within overall classroom atmosphere and activities. So, in this regard, in order to enhance the effectiveness of students' listening experiences, the choice of the content for a listening classroom may be based on some important principles of material development. In this regard, we can see that one of the important principles is of relevance. Both the listening lesson and its content and its process should be based on the relevance to students. It should be in line with students' real life needs, and most of the activities based on this should mirror students' own real life. In this way, it should have a face validity according to students' real life. Simply speaking, the content and the use of language which is aimed in a listening activity should reflect students' own personal or social lives within a certain context. And such a choice may have an emotional or motivational appeal for the students as well. Another principle which is important in this regard is of applicability or transferability. Whatever is selected or is done within a listening activity must be transferable to students' own communication experiences within various socio-cultural activities. In this regard, we might assume the more an activity or the choice of material would be related to students' own real life, the more it will be applicable and would be transferable into the generation of a genuine development of listening and communication skills. For example, in this regard, we could use some radio or a television news broadcast for adult learners. This could not only expose them to various forms of language and their uses, but also give them some conversational topics which might be used after the classroom or outside the classroom as well. The next and important feature is of task orientation. The activities within a language classroom which is focusing on listening may work to develop some tasks which involve the tasks related to language use or those related to language analysis. A combination of both these focuses may help a teacher develop activities necessary for the overall development of communication and listening skills of the students. And this notion of developing tasks comes from communicative language teaching, which has already been explained somewhere. Language use tasks usually focuses on providing students opportunity to listen for a particular information within a material and then use it in their own classroom activities or their own social lives. This includes listening and performing actions, and in listening and performing actions we could see there could be various activities which might be performed within a classroom. We could develop command games where a student can be asked to listen to and do and perform certain things, and then there could be listening and construction of figure or drawing a map based on the listening. We could also see this involves listening and solving problems. Students may be asked to listen to a certain material, and then based on that, there could be riddles, intellectual or logical puzzles. There could be real-life numerical spatial, or transcribing, taking telephone messages, etc. There could be multiple activities which could be developed based on this. We could also see that listening and summarizing information. Students can listen to and then listen to a certain text, and they may be asked to outline the information within that material, or summarize that material, or then explain that material briefly in speaking or a written form. Interactive listening, which is meant for negotiating meanings, is also very helpful here. We could see that this could be designed by formulating certain questions and answers, and these questions may base or may aim at seeking information or repeating information, then also seeking information for verification, clarification, or elaboration. It has benefits because this increases the predictive power of the students for future communications. When once they are through this language use task, they could employ the learning based on these tasks in their future communication activities. Language analysis tasks aim at providing the student opportunities to analyze various features of language and its use. And in this way, it may help students to develop their own personal strategies to develop their listening and communication skills. This might include analyzing fast speech, or analyzing how words are grouped into a certain functional unit. And this could be really beneficial for young learners within a second language classroom.